Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Birdy. Welcome back to my video here on the channel. Now, in today's video, guys, we are going to be ranking every single location, whether it's marked or unmarked, within Fortnite Battle Royale. We are going to be finding out which is the worst spot to land and which is the best spot within Fortnite Battle Royale to land. But before we do get into that, guys, I'm actually running a giveaway on my channel, 2,500 V-Bucks. It's lasting for a whole week. It started yesterday, so 6 days left. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video to get entered into that. And if you happen to want some free V-Bucks yourself in the meantime, go down and click the first link down in the description. That will send you over to a page and you can follow the instructions on screen right there. Get yourself some points, redeem them for gift cards, and obviously use them for PSN or Xbox to get yourself some of the cool items within Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the video. So what we're going to do, guys, is go through all of the unmarked locations from worst to the best. So starting off in the worst spot, this is all my opinion, guys. You can go ahead and leave your opinions down below. But in my opinion, I think the container yard, the container shipping yard, is probably one of the worst locations you can actually land in. Not for the loot, it's just that it's so annoying because you can't really build anywhere. You have to build it up around the place, then obviously put layers on top of the containers, and it's just literally, you can go so much else better places than that. I mean, it's good for materials and wood, iron and stuff like that because of the containers, but even then, the containers are literally impossible to break, and you don't really get a lot of iron for breaking one of the containers anyway. This is located southeast of Tomato Town. Most of you guys have probably already been there or walked past it. Yeah, but it is one of the places where I don't really go on Fortnite, or do trying to stay away. Now, coming in at our second worst spot to land, the unmarked location spot, is going to be kind of like the snake-looking thing on the map. This is the racetrack. Now, it's not really that bad, but the only problem is that you're literally in the middle of nowhere. You can either go left onto Moisty Mire, you can go right towards Wailing Woods, or you can go straight ahead to Retail Row. It's not literally one of the best places to land. It only has one house and a few stands at the back of the racetrack where there could be 2 or 1 chest. And to be honest, it's not really a place you want to be landing unless you are a noob at the game and you want to land there because you don't want to get killed anywhere else. As I said, these are all my own opinions, guys. This is where I've put them in the list because I don't really land there much and I don't really see the point of landing there. But you guys can think different down in the comments down below. Now, next up on our list, guys, is located straight underneath Shifty Shafts. This is the third worst spot, the unlocated spots to land. And this is kind of, I don't know, it's a bit weird. It's kind of like a few houses, like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's just really, really small. If you land there with a squad, literally there's no loot whatsoever. There's about 4 guns you can pick from. Maybe if you land on solos, you might be able to get some good loot. But landing as a 4 or landing as a squad or a duo, there's not much loot there. And the only good thing about this place is that the location is near Shifty Shafts, near Tilted Towers, and Flush Factory, and etc. like that. Obviously, you can go there from there, but this is one of the spots that I don't really land to, and I don't really tend on landing to in the near time. Next on the list, guys, this is getting to more of the medium, kind of not the worst spot, not the best spot, but in the middle, kind of the medium spots to land. And this is going to be the motel, the brand new motel that is located just left of Anarchy Acres. Now, this place is all right to be landing in. I don't really mind landing there sometimes if the bus goes straight over it, but it's not one of my spots to land if it is unmarked on the map. But as it is new, I do land there quite a lot. There's a little bit of loot there, a couple of chests, and there's a house behind it, a broken down house. You can land there and get some awesome loot as well. To be honest, it's not, as I said, it's not really a spot that I tend to land unless the bus goes over it because of how like worse the loot is there compared to a place like Tilted Towers, for example. But if you guys, as I said, if you're a noob or you're new to the game, go ahead and land there. There's some good loot there. You can get a good start, good materials, and everything like that. And there might be a couple of players there you can end up killing right at the start. Right, next up on our list, guys, is the football pitch, the football stadium looking thing where you can obviously score goals, etc, etc. This is located between Tilted Towers and Snobby Shores, right bang in the middle of the map. And it is, to be fair, a really nice place to land. This is kind of getting to the better spots now. This is a nice place to land. There's a lot of loot there. There's a lot of chests there, ammo boxes, etc. and more of materials there. A lot of people do land here because obviously near Tilted Towers, Snobby Shores, kind of the biggest places on the map. But yeah, this is a really good place to land. If you haven't landed already, I recommend you do so. It is very, very good, as I literally said about 10 times already. So that was our third spot, guys. Coming in at number 2 for our unlocated or unnamed locations within Fortnite Battle Royale is the factory between Dusty Depot and I think Retail Row and Salty Springs, something along there. Bang right in the middle. This is like the factory, and a lot of people do go here. It's a very nice place to go. A lot of chests, a lot of loot, a lot of ammo boxes, a lot of guns, and a lot of people do go there. And obviously the location is absolutely brilliant for this place. Once you've looted all that place up, you go retail, you can go salty, you can go dusty, you can go literally anywhere within the Fortnite map because you are bang right in the middle. So that is why that spot is my number 2 spot. This was hard to pick between. I've got 2 of locations that I think are number 1. I could not split between both of them because they are very, very good and they're both similar in their different ways, that makes sense. So what I've gone with is number 1 is the prison, the unnamed location on the map, right next to Moisty Mire. Probably a lot of you guys have already been here. It's on the old map. And with the second spot, which is a brand new place. This is the factories between Flush Factory and, let me have a look, Shifty Shafts. That is like a factory taken from the factory next to Dust Depot and basically put there. And it's just a lot bigger and a lot better. But the prison has a lot of loot in it. Has literally so much loot. It's unreal what is an unmarked location. But yeah, that is a very good place to go. And obviously the factory, as I said, is pretty much the same as Dusty, but a lot bigger. So if you guys agree with me or disagree with me, make sure to leave a comment down below. I'll try to whiz through these ones as quick as I can because I want to go into the marked locations on the map. That is why you guys have clicked on this video for. And this is the list from the worst to the best marked locations on the Battle Royale Fortnite map. So in total, guys, there are 18 locations, 18 marked locations on the map. This ranges from obviously Tilted Towers, Wailing Woods, Moisty Mire, etc, etc, etc. But we are in this video are going to name all of them from 18 all the way down to the number 1 spot. All in my opinion, by the way. So make sure you guys go down below and leave your list down below, as I've literally just said. So starting off in number 18, guys, for my list is going to have to go to Wailing Woods. Now this place, literally, I've never ever landed here. It is probably one of the worst places on the map to land, in my opinion, because it has literally no loot. I've been there probably once, I've walked past it, and it has like 1 or 2 chests that has like a maze with a few guns and ammo in it. But literally, when you walk away from that place, you have literally nothing to carry on playing Fortnite with. So that is why that is in my number 18 spot for one of the worst places on the Fortnite map for the marked locations. Coming in at number 17, guys, is very, very similar to Wailing Woods. This is Lonely Lodge. It's yet another place I haven't really landed before. I don't really know if it's got much loot. It looks quite big on the map, but I'm telling you right now, I've never ever landed there. You guys might have landed there, so make sure you drop a comment and tell me how is your experience in Lonely Lodge. So I can't really say much about that, but moving on to number 16. So number 16, surprisingly, is on the brand new updated map. This is going to have to go to Haunted Hills. I've only ever been here once when the update first ever dropped on the first day of release. This it's kind of nice to land there once in a while. It's kind of like a new feel, like a new theme. It looks all nice. But the only problem is, if you land there as a squad, there's literally not enough loot to all of you to go round to have at least a gun each, or even have a med kit each, or even an armor each. That is the only problem with this place. It's quite small and there's not really much places you can go to from here. Obviously you've got Pleasant Park, Junction and Snobby Shores to go to. But overall there is a lot of better places to land on the map than Haunted Hills. Coming up, number 15 spot is going to be similar to Haunted Hills in the brand new update. This is Junction. Now these two are close together. They're basically touching each other. You can walk within a couple of minutes to each other one. But this spot is literally, I don't really know why they put this spot in here. Obviously I know because the top of the map was a bit dead. But it literally has nothing there. It has about 2 chests there. As I said, lands as a squad. There's a chest in the statue in the background. 1 or 2 chests there. A couple of ammo, a couple of guns. But there's literally no loot whatsoever there. And as a squad, you are going to struggle to even compete against people who are in Pleasant Park and bigger places like that. Coming in number 14, guys, this is where the list gets a little bit better, but not yet quite one of the like medium places to land. This is still one of the worst places to land, but not as bad as Lonely Lodge and Wailing Woods. But this place is called Tomato Town or Tomato Town, wherever you're from. This place is not that great for loot unless you go into the tunnel and mine away the tunnel and get all the chests in there. But this is strictly just the Tomato Town. The 4 buildings, the gas station, the shop. There's 2 shops there. There's also the main pizza tomato place. Now, literally, I can count up the chest in my head. There's about 4 chests in that place. Not a lot of loot. There's a house on the side that has got a lot of loot in it, but Tomato Town itself as a whole has not enough loot in it. Maybe just for one person, but as a duo or a squad, as I said, for many locations, for these bad locations, there is simply not enough loot for you guys to land there and obviously adventure out and win Fortnite. Now, next up on our list, guys, is one of the weird locations that is in my list, and this is going to be Flush Factory, because the only reason why this is in the list and it's quite low down is because before the update, it's put me off a little bit, because when I used to land there, I had to literally walk about 10 minutes to even get to another location. But obviously, since the update has been rolled out, the new updated map, Obviously, there's new buildings around, but since the old update, it's kind of put me off of landing here. There is quite a lot of loot here, to be honest, quite a lot of chests and quite a lot of action if the bus goes over it straight away. And it can supply a whole squad. It's quite a lot of loot there, quite a lot of chests, etc, etc. But simply only because the old update has kind of put me off. That's why that is quite down low in the list. Right, so number 12 spot, guys, is going to have to go to Moisty Mire. This is in the southeast side of the map. Now, this is not a bad location, to be honest. I do land here when the bus does go over it. It has quite a lot of loot. It has a triple chest location spawn next to the massive tree. If you mine the trees down, if you didn't know, you get at least 100 to 150 wood for each of the big trees you mine down. So it's not that too bad on resources, and obviously the prison is right next to it. But overall, walking through the water, walking over the mud, and it literally takes forever and ever and ever. And if for example, the circle is over on the Haunted Hill side of the map, you have a long way to walk, and it's literally not even worth for the wood that you get. But yeah, not too bad overall, but not one of the best places. So number 11 spot, guys, goes to Anarchy Acres. This ain't, now don't get me wrong, this is one of the worst spots in the map. I do like going here when the bus goes over it, as I do for many spots, but this is not that bad spot. It can supply a whole squad, and definitely for solos play. And there is quite a lot of kills there. A lot of people do land there, like 4 to 6 people do land there with you, maybe more, and you can pick up yourself a couple of kills, and you can actually get really good weapons. You can walk out of that place with an easy AR, a medkit, shield, spare shields, and a whole 100 shield easily. I've done that very many times. There's a lot of chests there as well, so don't be afraid to land here. It is quite a good place to land. So coming in at number 10, guys, we have the Anarchy Acres brother, which is basically Fatal Fields. It's basically another field. It's completely the same as Anarchy Acres, maybe a bit smaller, I think, or a bit bigger, or whatever one it is. It's quite a good location to land, quite a lot to go to after that, so that's why this is going to be number 10, purely because it's literally identical to Anarchy Acres, apart from a few building changes. And yeah, it can supply a whole squad, get some chests, and get some good loot from that place. So hitting up the number 9 spot, guys, this is when the locations start to get a little bit better. This is going to be had to go to Dusty Depot. This is a nice spot to land because of the location, purely only because of the location. This place can literally not supply a whole squad of 4. It hasn't got that much loot, but I mean the location, that is why it's number 9, is the location is absolutely perfect for this place. You can go to retail, you can go to Tomato Town, you can go to the factories, next to Salt, you can literally go everywhere from this location. It's not that bad for a solos. You do get quite a lot of loot on the roofs and inside the actual metal depots, but overall for a squad, it has to go to number 9. So next on the list, guys, is going to be number 8. This is going to be Salty Springs, right next to Dusty Depot. This place is not too bad. I don't have a lot to say about this place because it's just a normal with houses and chests in it. It has got quite a lot of chests, quite a lot of loot, and quite a lot of activity inside of this place. So that's why this spot is going to be number 8. Not really much to say. It can supply a whole squad. Duos, definitely a solo. And yeah, it is one of a good spot to land in. So next up on our list, guys, number 7. This is going to be Loot Lake. Now, Loot Lake for me is an absolute nightmare. I don't really mind having it in number 7 spot purely only because of the location, right next to Tilted Towers and Anarchy Acres if you want to go there. But this place is absolutely massive. It's so slow to walk in the water. You can see anyone from a mile away. It's not too bad. The factories right next to the place is alright. The house in the middle is a bit questionable. But overall, it is quite a good place to land. You get a lot of resources, a lot of materials, and you're actually like in your own world. You can just see everyone coming towards you. And overall, it's an alright place, except from the massive, just sheer water everywhere. That is the only reason why this place is in my number 7 spot. So number 6 spot, guys, this is when they start to get changed. This is the much better spots within the Fortnite Battle Royale map. This has to go to Greasy Grove, one of the oldest places in the map of Fortnite. This place has been supplying people for a long time. It is very good spot to land. And you can get a lot of loot, a lot of chests, a lot of houses. A lot of action does go on over there if the bus goes straight over the place. And yeah, it's really good fun if you are a good Fortnite player to get a lot of kills right at the start of the game. And yeah, it's just an average spot to land, really. Now, coming into our top 5, guys. Number 5 is going to have to go, in my opinion, to Pleasant Park. The only reason why Pleasant Park is below Retail Row is because of the location. I prefer the Retail Row location right next to Salty Springs and the factories and everything like that. And Pleasant Park is only next to, really, you can only go to Loot Lake. But don't get me wrong, this spot overall is a nice place to land. A lot of loot, a lot of houses, a lot of activity going on there, so you can get some kills and walk away with some good loot, maybe even a SCAR, a rocket launcher, or even a minigun. So it's a really good place to land overall. So, number 4 goes to Retail Row, as I literally just said. Retail Row is a nice spot to land. It's a little bit better, I think, than Pleasant Park, only purely because of the location afterwards if you do make it to get out of there alive. It is quite big, got a few shops, got a few houses, a lot of loot goes on in there, and a lot of people do land there, so you can get yourself a few kills right at the start of the game. Right, so coming down to our top 3, we have Tilted Towers, we have Snobby Shores, and we have Shifty Shafts. All brand new locations on this map, and all very hard to choose between. But the third spot is going to have to be Shifty Shafts. That is probably one of the worst spots out of them 3. It's not too bad of a spot in the overall map, but out of them 3 I just named, that is definitely one of the worst locations out of Tilted Towers and Snobby Shores. Only because I don't really land here much, I can't really say much about it, but there's quite a lot of chests there, a few bits of loot, and there is houses next to it as well. Not too bad of a spot if you want to land there just to get an average start to the game. Now coming in number 2, guys, this is actually literally so hard to choose between Tilted or Snobby Shores. You guys leave a comment down below what you think is, who you think actually should win this, Snobby or Tilted Towers. Now my opinion is going to have to go to number 2, which is going to have to be, unfortunately, Tilted Towers. The pure reason only because I do like landing here a lot, but you do die. Most of the time you land there, 9 times out of 10, you won't come out there alive. Literally, you'll just get blown up by a shotgun. You walk into a trap in a random building, the trap's on the ceiling, you won't see it. You will literally die every time you land in Tilted Towers. It is very, very highly populated. Don't get me wrong, it's got a lot of loot. It can supply definitely like 5 squads easily, but the only problem is traps, people with shotguns in corners. It's just so much loot. You kill one squad, you think you've cleared out Tilted Towers, and here comes another squad and they take you out because you are low on health. That is the only reason why this spot is my number 2. So number spot is quite easy to guess, guys. Snobby Shores is my number 1 spot in my opinion. Purely only because of the secret bunker that they've got in there. 3 chests, about 4 ammo boxes, and loot and ammo down there, guns. It's got everything in just that one section, but that is not it. It's got about 5 houses, 4 houses all along the strip. And if you go in there and collect all of the houses, the loot and everything in there, you can easily walk away with a rocket launcher, a sniper, a shotgun, a healable, an AR, even a SCAR. You literally walk away stacked for the whole entire game on ammo as well. And it is a very, very good spot to land. Not many people do land here as well, so it's kind of not very high populated as much as Tilted Towers. But you do get the odd people who will land there. And obviously, if you're the better Fortnite player, you can take them out very, very easily. So guys, if you agree or disagree with my selection of list from 18 to number 1, make sure to drop a comment down below what you think is number 1 or the top 3 even. And I would like to know, I will reply back to you. And thank you for all watching this video. Stay safe, stay awesome. Birdie out.